We are going to make baklava. First one we're going to make is the bird's nest, the individual one. So I will use this. So before I start making my baklava, I prefer getting my syrup ready. So this is 1.5 cup of sugar, and I do 1 cup of water. So I do less sugar, less butter, everything less, and it tastes lighter and better. So to this 1.5 cup of sugar, I'm going to add 1 cup of water. And I'm going to put this to boil. When it starts boiling, I bring the heat down and boil it for about 10 minutes. And then at 10 minutes, I put the spoon and take it out, kind of touch it. If my fingers are slightly sticky, it's ready. That's when you put the lemon juice, take it out of the heat. So in the meantime, I'm clarifying butter. So the old-fashioned clarifying butter is you would put about 3 pounds of butter, or back in the day they used to put a ton more, in a big pot. Just stir it and boil it basically. And it'll foam up. They will remove the foam. Once that foaming is done, they will let the butter sit, and the clarified butter will surface. They would pour that into the container we were going to use all year long, and whatever is left in the bottom is called milk butter. Sometimes people buy that specifically, buttermilk. So I use that milk to make either börek or, birik, that Armenian malatyatsi bread, which does an amazing job. I don't waste any part of the butter, but for baklava, I make sure it's clarified.
This is the butter. It's, as you notice, I put it at very low heat, but it takes about almost 40 minutes for the butter to melt, let the milk sit down, go to the bottom. So I don't usually, pour it into a different container. So I tilt my saucepan and try not to dip the brush all the way in. So I dip it halfway, use whatever's on top. So I'm gonna stir this till the sugars dissolve. And then once it starts boiling, I lower the heat. And then we time, as I said, 10 minutes. So this is a 1 pounder. When you buy them in the grocery store, they're always 1 pound. But when we order for church, they come in 3-pound packages. They're 3 pounds. So with those, we use half in the bottom, half on top at the church trays. But this is, again, nobody does that at home. So at home we use the 1 pound package. Let's hope the filo looks good. Boys, the filo is good. So, we cut it in the center. So again, there's the clarified butter. I'm going to tilt the saucepan. I'm going to dip the brush all the way in. Wow. I don't want to jinx it, but the filo is perfect. I butter half of the sheet. Again, technically, people would butter the whole sheet and then, because it would taste better, obviously, with that much butter. But this tastes pretty good and light, as I said. It's the difference between the baklava I make and other people's baklava. Less sugar, less butter. You can eat more that way without guilt. Right. I need you to touch the spoon so you know what the sugar feels like.
Okay.
Can you hold it, Kirpa?
Let me
It's
watch out.
hot. It's okay. It's okay.
Oh,
No big
okay.
deal. It's hot. Just touch it. All right.
Oh, a little
Do this.
stickiness. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah.
It
those
won't. Your fingers will not stick. So the sugar is ready.
Okay.
Lemon juice. Once you put the lemon juice, you take it out of the heat. Okay, so the sugar is ready. We're good to go. When baklava comes out, it will be hot. Sugar will be room temperature. Okay. All right. Alright, so we're gonna brush the top with butter again. Do you see the butter? The clarified butter is on top, the milk is in the bottom. I'm going to avoid dipping my brush all the way in. Especially brushing the top, make sure you don't have milk. Milk burns, and you have these like little black marks on top of your baklava. It looks pretty unattractive. And the reason we use clarified butter is it makes the baklava crispier. So now the sugar is room temperature. Baklava is hot out of the oven. So I make sure I put a spoonful on each. Again, it may not look like it's enough, but it's plenty of sugar.
Okay, so you want to record.
I'm looking to see if it's recording.
Now the sugar does play a big role in the baklava. If it's too runny, your baklava, no matter how much your butter is clarified, it won't be crispy, it will be soggy and soft. And if the sugar is cooked too much, then it doesn't get absorbed. It basically sits on it. So the 10 minutes, but again, if you're making in a smaller pan, it takes about 12 minutes, a couple of minutes extra. But this saucepan is slightly bigger. It's kind of hard to explain. A couple of months ago, I think, Arda said, I made baklava and I don't know what I did with the sugar. And I said, show me your saucepan. It was a very big pan, and the sugar basically is an inch in the bottom. Then it doesn't even take 10 minutes to get to you know what I mean?
Right,
If the pan is smaller than this, obviously the bottom part is not big enough, so you have to boil a few minutes extra. Alright, so I pre-measured 2 cups, actually it was a bit over 2 cups of walnuts. And then this is a quarter cup, and it has half. So basically 2 tablespoons of sugar. The reason I put sugar in when I'm grinding any sort of nut, it helps the nut grind better. So it kind of absorbs the fat, oil from the nut, and the nut crumbles better or becomes fine.
So this is how fine it is. So again, clarified butter, milk is in the bottom. I'm going to butter the very bottom, not a lot, just so as you're doing the motion of putting sheets one after another. The first one, usually if it doesn't stick to the tray, it's harder for you to brush butter onto the second layer. So this way, see this stuck to the bottom. So what I do is I cut in the center, and then I make either 3 or 4, you know, and then center cut. So just, but technically baklava is usually made in a round tray,
Yeah, and there was a
and then
diamond.
the center, and it starts like it's
Yeah.
like Oriental rock.
Alright, hot baklava cultured again. One full slice.